What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 3 in Kappa mode. So guys, last episode we set up our super reactor and we have the power going into our draconic ball of draconicness, of energy ball of energy ballness. I can't remember what we called it. I keep changing it. Anyway, we have the power going from our super reactor using all of these phantom energy faces into this conduit. And that's coming over here, and we're putting in like 53 GRFs per tick, I think, GRF. If we look in here now, guys, check it out. Yeah, 53.329 GRF. Look at this. We're almost at 4% full on this thing. That's crazy. I didn't even think we're going to be able to break into 1%, let alone into 4%. Now, I'm not trying to fill this ball up. I mean, we're trying to put power in here so we don't have to worry about power. But, yeah, I didn't think we were going to be able to see a percentage actually appear on here, and let alone 4%. Wow, that's crazy. So, we're putting in probably around 1% per day, it would look like, at this point. So, maybe I add more of these phantom faces and more connectors and things like that and try and get more power into this ball faster? Maybe? That's something we'll worry about at another time, I think. I don't really feel like we have to worry about power at this point right now. Anyway, I just thought that was super cool. Anyway, so I was just in the process of trying to get some of these solar panels created here. We were looking at these quests last episode, and if we go into this section here, yeah, we knocked out some of these. Now, one of the problems that we had when I was trying to craft these while we were trying to make them from EMC is that we were not showing all of the solar panels there, and I couldn't figure out why. So I had the Tome of Knowledge here, and I was searching for solar panel, and like some of them showed, but not all of them. And I was like, why? They have EMC. Turns out, and I forgot about this book being here, like when you search for things, tries to put in items, I think of similar value or similar name. I can't remember. Anyway, if we remove the Tome of Knowledge from the center spot here and we search for solar panel like we are, we can see the solar panel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so they're all here. The Wyvern solar panel, Draconic solar panel. Yep, they are all here like they should be. My mistake, I forgot that book was even here. So I can just keep it over on this side, still have it in the table, and not worry about it like affecting what's showing up here. My mistake. Anyway, so we got that solved. But like I was saying, I was trying to get these solar panels done. These do not have EMC. And in order to do this, I was going to craft up some applied energistics recipes for this stuff, right? And I was getting to this point where I wanted to make an automated recipe to make titanium dust. Okay, easy. So we need to take titanium ore chunk, throw it through a pulverizer, and we get 2 of these. Simple. I made the recipe for that. This recipe right here, right? This recipe makes the titanium ore chunk. Then I made one of those so I could set this recipe correctly. And then I went to go put this into our applied energistic system. It won't go in. I'm clicking, it's not going in there. Our applied energistic system as of this point is 100% full of items. Aha. So this wasn't a problem before because all of the blocks that we are spawning in down here, yeah, but we're not spawning them in right now because I'm online. We have this online detector which turns off our spawners. But yeah, all of these spawners here, yeah, not all of the blocks we have over here, unfortunately, and that's something that I forgot to do. I think like fiery metal, like all the Twilight ones, the last few blocks that we added in there, we forgot to put in barrels. So once our singularity's filled up, the blocks are going into our digital storage, and then, yep, they're not doing anything further. So that's kind of a problem. So every one of these blocks that we have here is something that we need a barrel for. And as it turns out, it looks like this is completely empty. So this was spawning for a long time. Our digital storage was full. So pretty much all of the drops that we were getting from everything that was spawning in was just being, well, I guess was just sitting here and despawning after a certain amount of time, which is not good. Okay, so I need to get a few more barrels set up with these particular items. I'm trying to scroll out of here. It won't let me scroll. So steel leaf, jade, night metal, ironwood, dash, solid meteoric iron, fiery metal. Well, I mean, those are the ones I know about. Is that all of them? I'm not sure. But we definitely need barrels for those, so these items have a place to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get that set up. I need to go get some more essence here, and I think I will start this back up again and see if anything else collects in our interface down there, and if so, we'll add some more barrels. Anyway, be right back. Okay, so new barrels are installed that we needed, and I tried turning this thing back on, so I'll let it spawn again. So yeah, all of those blocks that were spawning in there are going into our kill chamber like they do. That should be just fine. And then we'll make that so it stops while I'm online like we had it set. And if we look into our ME interface, there is nothing here. So I think we solved the problem. All right, so the other portion of this problem is we still have all those blocks on our digital storage, and we need to get those moved. So we need to get ourselves the IO port. I think we've done this a few times in the series so far, trying to shuffle things around. But yeah, we need to get another IO port over here, connect up, send all the drives through this, which will take anything that's on these disks and find the correct home for them, including like everything that's on these red light disks, and put them into the barrels down below. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. So pretty much we'll start on this one up here, and I'll just put all of these drives into the IO port. It's going to take all the items off there, find a proper home for them, and then yeah, the drive will be empty and we'll have digital storage once again. All right, so all these different solar panels are in the system. They have recipes, so we should be able to craft each and every one of these things. I don't know how long they're going to take to craft, probably a little bit of time. So there is the first one, and then we'll craft the next one. Yep, and then all of our drives over here got properly sorted. So we got plenty of green left on here, lots of digital storage remaining. And then the second one is now ready to go. So I'll just go ahead and go through these things. I think the previous one is using this one, and this one's using the next one, and so on and so forth. So I'll just leave those in the system here, so we're not like crafting as many resources. But I think we should be okay in order to do this. So that is the tier 3. Just let that register. Yep, and then the tier 4. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for it to think about how it's working, but because we have the previous one in the system, it doesn't take so long to craft the next one, which is great. And there is number 5. I still haven't made the recipes for the lunar one, so that's probably one that I'll just go ahead and do off camera, since it's not really a big deal. Like, we're not really going to be using these at all, and the only reason why I'm doing these is just to get the quest completed for these different solars. So now that we have that done, everything's done up until this one, thermal solar ender. Oh, that's not one that I realized that we had to do. So that requires ender panel. So does this only work in the end or something? I'm not sure why this one is different. It uses different things. Ender dust. Interesting. Okay, well, I'll just go ahead and craft this up. I'm sure we will be able to do this no problem. Okay, well, I feel like I'm derping something. Maybe not. I don't know. In order to make the Ender modular solar panel, we need to have like these Ender panels and the Ender solar cell, which requires Ender glass plate, which requires this Ender dust. So in order to get Ender dust, we have to have Ender ingots, and you can get those from smelting Ender ore or crushing Ender ore into the dust. We don't have the Ender ore, so I went to go make some Ender ingots, and you can get those by smelting any type of Ender dust, whether it's applied energistics or tiny progressions or whatever, in a redstone furnace. So we got these Ender ingots, no problem. But in order to convert those back into dust, it seems like the only way to do that is through the extra utilities 2 crusher. It's the only way to get this dust back out of it. Anything else turns into something else, right? Okay, well, so anyway, I want to go make this crusher, and it's like, oh, it's got EMC. Sweet. Well, we have plenty of EMC. Let's search for crusher, and then we will grab that. Well, it doesn't show up here. I don't get it. Like, sometimes things show up, sometimes they don't. This is learned, so we have all of the information in here. Tome of knowledge, right? So we know every recipe. If I get rid of the knowledge and then crusher, yeah, we don't show anything here, but if I add this to that, it doesn't show up. I don't get it. Well, anyway, I guess we can just go ahead and easily craft this thing up through all the components, but I just thought that was kind of weird. What if we learn it? If we put it in here, does that actually learn it, or do I have to unlearn the Tome of Knowledge and then throw it in there to learn? Let's try this, and then we'll do this. It doesn't say learned. Yeah, I don't understand how this thing can have EMC, but then we can't learn it. I don't know. There's something wonky there. Well, anyway, so we have our crusher. I think I'm just going to go set it down over here next to our redstone furnace that I just sat down over here, so we can start crushing these ender ingots into dust very slowly. I guess I can grab some speed upgrade. Do we not have any speed upgrades? Really? Okay. Well, we'll just do this very, very slowly then, and I will work on making some speed upgrades for this. We have a little bit of GP. You know what? I think our speed upgrades are probably in the basement area here, aren't they, in this enchanter? Yeah, we have speed upgrades. I'll grab those. We'll throw it over into the crusher. I don't really know how many of these ender dust we're going to need to make the entire solar, but probably a few. Well, anyway, I'll let this finish up. I'll continue working on this. We'll be back. So on our path of completing all the quests on this page, I went ahead and I did these. This had EMCs, so we were able to do it. That had EMC. And the extreme turbine, we just had a EMC in all a bunch of these different parts, and that quest was complete. Super easy. I made the, what's this called? The neutron irradiator, the super cooler, and the fluid enricher. I made those machines. And then I also made the decay hastener. Okay. I was about to do this fusion reactor, well, I guess fusion core, and this requires us to have elite plating. This is something that we haven't made before. So the fusion core requires 4 elite plating. The elite plating requires 4 crystal binder per, right? And the crystal binder requires calcium sulfate and magnesium dust. Okay. So magnesium dust sounds like something that's pretty simple to do. We just take magnesium and then we crush it down. Magnesium. Yeah, we got plenty of this. I'll just throw a stack over here in our pulverizer and call that a day. Okay, so we have 3/4 of this thing done. So the crystal binder. Yep, we have the crushed whatever. The obsidian dust, which does have EMC, which makes that nice, and our magnesium dust, right? So that's real easy. So this calcium sulfate, this is the part that we need to figure out. So in order to make calcium sulfate, we have to do a crystallizer with calcium sulfate solution. Calcium sulfate solution comes from sulfuric acid and fluoride water. Fluoride water comes from crushed fluorite, which comes from fluorite. And that, well, actually, hold on, no, crushed fluorite comes from diorite in a rock crusher. Yeah, you get it. Well, it looks like about 1 for every diorite, 0.9 for every diorite, I guess. I guess that's what that means at the bottom there, the output. Anyway, so we have to get this stuff. So we need to get ourselves a rock crusher, which I guess we've never made before. Rock crusher. And that requires some advanced plating, which I've made up quite a few of these actually recently for making those other machines that we just completed on this page. Yeah, I need to go unlearn all of these other items from EMC because it is just making everything go real slow. I don't think we have any of those over here. Crystallizer, chemical reactor, electrolyzer, melter. Yeah, we set up a whole bunch of nuclear craft stuff over here, but not to get the calcium sulfate. And that does require a little bit of stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead and try and set up a process for us to get this. I don't know if I'm going to do this on camera. We might just do this off camera. It's nothing too crazy here. You just need to get some sulfuric acid, and that we can get directly from Mechanism. Okay. Don't we have sulfuric acid set up somewhere? Slurry sulfuric acid. Yeah, we already have sulfuric acid being made right here, so I can just grab some of that. Anyway, I'll go ahead and try and make some of this calcium sulfate. We'll be right back. So I think I have this set up correctly. We have the fluid enricher here. We have water. So it's going to be water, and that fluorite goes into the fluid enricher. And then we're going to get fluoride water out, which we mix with sulfuric acid in the chemical reactor. So I have sulfuric acid in here. This is obtained from our sulfuric acid here. This is a gas and mechanism. So we had to run this through a rotary condensator, and then we have to take it from the gas to the liquid. Okay. They look exactly the same and they're named the same, but yeah, they are two different items. So we have the liquid sulfuric acid in here, which will mix with the fluoride water in the chemical reactor, and that's going to give us our calcium sulfate solution, which we just put into the crystallizer, and we should get the calcium sulfate. So the only thing is we need to grab our crushed fluoride from our rock crusher, throw it into this machine, and hopefully everything just works. So we are getting stuff over here. Oh, we're getting hydrofluoric acid. That's the thing I didn't account for. Okay, so yes, we do get hydrofluoric acid, and that is something I need to filter off. So we need to get ourselves some kind of a, what you call it, trash can? A fluid trash can? Okay, and then we'll grab conduit, and then we'll need a fluid filter on that conduit, specifically ender fluid conduit. That's good. Filter. We need the fluid filter. It is the one like that. Okay, so we'll do a shift right click, and then we'll search for, oh my goodness, what was it called again? Let's look again. It is called hydrofluoric. Hydrofluoric, this green stuff. So we want to whitelist that, and then we'll put our trash can right here. Yep. We'll put the conduit right there with the insertion set to that. All right. And then we will extract always active. So all of the hydrofluoric is going over here, and this isn't doing anything yet because I guess it needs a certain amount. I'm not sure why it was taking so long. Oh, maybe because since there was hydrofluoric in here, the translocator didn't know what to do. That's probably what it is. But yeah, it looks like we are now creating the calcium sulfate. Yeah, there we go. So we have 16 of those, and I think that is more than enough for what we wanted to do here. So I'll go ahead and throw those into the system, and then we want to make the crystal binder. And I think it was 16 in total of these that we need. All right, so now that we have that, we can do fusion core, I believe. Oh no, we have to make the elite plating. We need 4 of those. Awesome. And the fusion core. Oh, we are missing a chemical reactor. No. Chemical reactor. Yeah, I had to use one of those in our setup over here. I forgot about that. Anyway, we can craft that up easily enough. There it is. And fusion core done. Quest complete. Awesome. So looking ahead at our recipes here a little bit for things that we need to complete the rest of this page. Yeah, I'm needing to make up a bunch more of these ender ingots, so I just kind of set up our pulverizer over here to extract out of this chest to do a whole bunch of ender pearls. I'm taking the dust that we're making and putting it through our electric furnace over here, which is set up to automatically pull from this chest and put over into this chest. And then I'm just taking those and putting that into our crusher that we set up earlier, so we have more of this ender dust. Now, the reason why I'm doing all of this is because eventually we're going to make this solar panel of infinity, which does require us to have these ender modular solar panels. We made one of those earlier, but yeah, it definitely turns out that we need more than one. Okay, so we only had enough stuff just to make that one, since I didn't realize that we were going to need more than one. But yeah, now we got this under control. So ender modular. So if I wanted to make 3 more of those, are we going to be able to do this? Or are we going to have to wait a little bit? Oh, yeah, we can go ahead and do that now. Sweet. Okay, so we have 3 more of those being crafted, and the hardest part is just getting this ender dust. I guess I probably could make it easier myself by going to the end and mining the ore directly, but this way works too. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and let this finish up here, but before we can even get to that one, we have to make ourselves this chaotic solar panel. Now, I think I had mentioned last episode that in order to make this, that we're going to have to go kill the Chaos Guardian. That's not exactly true, since the Chaos Core has EMC. The awakened cores have EMC, and the draconic solar panel has EMC. So the only thing that we have to do in order to make this guy is just set up a crafting core and the pedestals. Okay, so crafting core, I don't think we've done that yet in this series. I have set this up in previous series. So we need an elite catalyst, 2 components, iron slate, and black iron frame, which I guess we don't have set up. So let's make one of these guys. Actually, I should probably make 2 of those. My goodness, I do need to unlearn all of the stuff over here, because this is just so laggy trying to craft anything. Let me go ahead and grab our book. Oh, it's right here. We'll unlearn that stuff. And that'll just make our life easier for everything that we're trying to do in Applied Energistics. Okay, so we made the black iron frame. Or no, I'm sorry. We made black iron slate. We need to make another one of those, because that's going to be used in the recipe for the core. So we'll do that. This guy. Should be able to make this now. Black iron frame. And then we are closer to this guy. So we need to make the... Was it elite? Yeah. Elite catalyst. And then 2 of the other components that goes into that as well. And these should be pretty quick. Oops, just 2 of them. And there we go. So what's taking so long with this? I'm not actually sure. I guess it's got to make the iron slates, which take a little bit of time. That uses... I think that uses this guy over here, doesn't it? Can't remember the name of this thing. The hydraulic press. I think this is pretty much... No, I guess we're not using that. Or is that being used over here at the laser thing? I can't remember. So many different items that we are making, so many different places. Trying to keep track of where everything is made is really, really difficult. Well, anyway, we have it done now. So we should be able to do this crafting core. Sweet. And then we have to make the crafting pedestals, which is black iron ingots and the blocks. And we should probably look at making, I think it was 8, 4 of one, 4 of another. Yeah, I think it's just 8 of those that we need, but I'll just make a few more just in case. Okay, so crafting core. I believe this requires power. I think we'll just line it up right here. So let's just surround... Oops, don't click it on there. Yeah, we'll just surround this guy right here with these different guys. There it is. Cool. And if we right click on here, nothing, but yeah, you can see that it says 0 of a whole bunch of FE. Okay, so we'll need a dimensional transceiver. We will need a capacitor. One of these guys. I'll just poke out directly underneath it. I don't think we're going to be automating this, because I don't think we're going to be doing too many recipes over here. If we do need to automate this, we'll change the setup a little bit later. But for right now, just to get this thing going, we're filling up full of power. That's fantastic. And we'll fill our hole right there. Awesome. Okay, so this should be set up. So now, if we wanted to make one of those solar panels, the chaotic one, we need a core, which I have unlearned over here. Now we got to relearn it. Our book, I think I put away. So core, chaotic. If I remove the book, there it is. So there's our chaotic core. So probably what I'm going to end up doing is grabbing these. Awakened core and the draconic. Yeah, I'm going to grab these out of here. Oops. I'm going to unlearn this stuff. Then I'm going to, I think I can just throw them right here to learn them if I don't have them learned. There it is. Yeah, so we have all of those learned now. So without the tome of knowledge in there, we still have access to these different items. Okay. So now that we have that done, we needed to get ourselves 4 of these solars. So there is 4 of those. We need 1 of those, and we need 4 of these guys too. I think I can throw that in here. And there we go. Awesome. So that should be all the things that we need in order to make this recipe. Oh, quest complete. Create a chaotic core. Awesome. So there's that guy. Now, did you put a full... No. Okay, I was wondering if you put a full stack on there at a time. Apparently, I clicked out extras of those. And then we need these guys. Boom! There it is! Okay, so there's our chaotic solar panel. Easy. This thing makes 500,000 FE per tick. That's not bad. And that's pretty simple to make. It just costs some EMC, right? All right, so that's the next quest done. After this one, we have the Neutronium Solar. That requires us to have 2 of those, 4 of these Ender modular solars. And then I think I said the Infinity one required 4 more of those as well. Is that right? So the Infinity one does, and this one does. So yeah, we need to have at least, well, actually, let me go back into this one. This only requires us to have 1 of the Neutronium ones. Yeah, so we need a total of 8 of these Ender modular solar panels. So I'm going to make a bunch more of this dust, because apparently we're going to need it. And then we'll get the rest of these solars done, and then we'll have this page completed. Cool, so I think I have everything in my inventory here for us to make the Neutronium solar panel and the solar panel of Infinity. Well, I guess we'll end up making 3 of these, because you get 3 per craft. So if we make this guy, we can do that. So there's our Neutronium solar panel. This makes 8.3 million RF per tick, which is awesome. Okay, quest complete for that. And then this one, there's everything. We get 3 of those, and then makes 16.7 million FE per tick. Awesome. So that right there completes this. Oh, no. I did forget these guys. I was going to say that completes this entire section of the quest book, but no, it certainly does not. Now, are these difficult to make? This is silver and copper. That's like super easy to make. And what was the other one? The lithium manganese dioxide alloy. I think the only thing that's difficult about this is making the manganese dioxide ingot. I think you have to like infuse a manganese ingot with oxygen in the fluid infuser. Oxygen, manganese oxide ingot, and that gets the dioxide. The manganese oxide ingot is made with manganese put in oxygen. Now I think we have an oxygen setup over here somewhere. I feel like fluid infuser. Yeah, we have oxygen right here. So manganese ingot. So we put that into this guy. There is the oxide. There's the dioxide, easy enough. And then we just have to put that in an alloy furnace with lithium. Lithium, easy. Alloy furnace, do we have one right here? We do, perfect. And there is our lithium manganese dioxide alloy. Quest complete? Did I have to make 64 of those? Oh, we have to make 12. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and finish this up then. Okay, so this is now completed. I was able to we were already making the manganese block, so I just split those apart, did the same thing a few more times, and now everything is complete. This alloy right here was just copper ingots, silver ingots in the alloy furnace. Super simple. Okay, so now we can clean all of those, and this page is officially done. Did I click? Oh, I did zoom to fit. I thought that was claim all. Claim all, this button. There it is. Now that page is officially done. So the only page that we have left to do before this is our delta, which is just some more of these seeds. And I don't really feel like working on those today, so we're not going to do that. All right, guys, so I think to wrap up today's episode, we're going to try and knock out a few more quests. We only have 3 quests remaining on the LordCraft page on Moo. This is all pretty simple stuff, I think. So the Void Workbench, we just have to craft it. And the Void Workbench is made in a basic crafting table with some mana-fused ingots wrapped around an advanced arcane workbench. We already have the advanced arcane workbench here, so let's just go ahead and pick that up. And then we'll grab some mana-infused ingots, which we already have made. 8 of those, and we'll put that right over into this guy. So 8 of those, and this makes the Void Workbench. Sweet. So that's another quest complete. Now, I don't know if this has more capacity or anything. No, it's just a different color in here. All right, we'll just... Oh, I didn't actually want those in here. I want those in the inventory section. Cool, so that is 1 quest complete. Void Forge, pure crystals wrapped around advanced arcane forge, or pure crystals around that in the arcane crafting. Either way. So do we have pure crystals. We have 1. So what's the recipe for these guys? That is made. Oh, that looks pretty easy. So void catalyst and 6 of the same crystals. Do we have a bunch of void catalyst? We don't have any of that. And the other thing was we can do yeah, I guess all of this requires void catalyst. Okay, so I need to make some mana fused shards with Eye of Ender in an arcane forge. I'll go ahead and do that so we can make all 8 of these. So I guess 7 more. With a little acceleration, that was pretty simple to do. So now we can just go ahead and throw that into this crafting, and there it is, void forge. Awesome. So we'll get a quest complete for this guy as well. Neat. I don't know if this thing goes faster. I'm sure it probably does go faster. That's probably why you'd want to make that, other than maybe higher tier recipes. So we need a mana infused gem, and we don't have one. A mana infused gem is a mana infused shard plus a diamond. So we need that and 1 diamond. Okay, so we'll try this thing out for the first time here. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay, so we have a problem here. I can't use mana in order to craft with the forge here. Uh-oh, I didn't realize that was going to be an issue. So it looks like I need a void crystal in order to do that, and I can't make one without this guy. It looks like there is another recipe to make it. I don't remember if the arcane forge, no, that's like real simple to make. Let's just make another one of like the base arcane forges. And that's in a basic crafting table. Okay, let me go ahead and undo my mistake here and remake this guy. Okay, well that was a fix. Yeah, again, I don't think I've ever made this before, and I didn't realize it was going to completely change us from being able to use the mana here that comes from our void interface to something a little bit different. But yeah, I've never really done endgame LordCraft before, at least that I can remember. So now we need a void eye. So that's a void interface plus a gold ingot in an arcane forge. So gold ingot and a void interface, which apparently we don't have, but that does have EMC. So I should be able to grab one from over here. Void interface, there it is. We'll unlearn the book and we will learn this guy. Cool. And then throw that over into this guy, like so, and press the button. Mana infused void interface. Oh, I'm sorry. No. That is this one. Do that. And then we get the void eye. Void eye plus this makes a void crystal. There it is. We did it. Okay, so now we have the Lordic void crystal complete. I don't know how this works. I assume this goes right into here, but I don't know how this stores mana. I'm just going to randomly throw this in here. Does that do a thing? Do we do it here? Do we right click it on there? Shift right click. I'm not sure how you get mana into this. Maybe you right click this onto this guy? Shift right click. The void crystal is empty. Yeah, I don't know how this works. Anyway, all I wanted to do though was complete these quests. We got that done. I guess I can go and read the information about this mod and see how the void workbench and the void forge actually work with the Lordic void crystals if I felt so inclined. If I did. But honestly, I don't. At least not right now. Guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here for today. We got 2 pages of the quest book done. Yeah, Kappa page is done. Moo page is done. We are officially done with all of the LordCraft quests. At least I think we are. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.